I'm Jim Dietz of the Florida CFO Group, and welcome to this month's Ask a CFO. For many of us, fall brings the task of financial planning for the coming year. Today, three of our expert CFOs will provide perspectives and answers to the question, how can businesses drive success through the annual financial planning process? Every financial plan should be based on a clear vision and mission for the business. Senior management should define why they're in business, how they compete, and what they hope to accomplish. Start your planning by considering what capabilities should be added to boost success. What issues do you expect to encounter during the coming year? This initial phase should be driven by the top management of the company, and the top management should stay involved throughout the entire financial planning process. Keep in mind that the plan represents actions and goals and not just numbers. Certainly, all key departments and managers should also participate in the process. When the financial plan is complete, executives should communicate expectations to the entire team. Buy-in is absolutely critical to business success and achieving any financial plan. Andy, what ideas and suggestions do you have for actually building the financial plan?
Thanks, Jim. You're spot on. The advice I give my clients is to keep the annual operating planning process simple. This will foster involvement, engagement across the organization, and ownership of OKRs, or objectives and key results. We also recommend a hybrid or balanced approach between a top-down or bottom-up or zero-based budget planning process. For example, a top-down approach might be relevant when considering changing client needs, historical and seasonal fluctuations to forecast revenues. A bottom-up or zero-based budgeting approach might be relevant when considering variable expenses such as headcount and capital projects, where every dollar of ask must be justified. And finally, it's critically important to understand that the planning process and your budget is not static. As such, we recommend a rolling or flexible budget. And here's why. Over time, your business is dynamic. It changes. A key supplier might go bankrupt. A new client might be brought into the business, or lingering impacts of the pandemic might make your plan stale. The planning process needs to be refreshed periodically and account for the dynamic, changing business. So flex your plan, keep it relevant for the current operating business plan. Don?
Thank you, Jim and Andy. After the financial planning section is complete, it is time to build and test the model. Some call this scenario analysis, but I like to call it, how can I break the model? Although I primarily use Excel, any software planning tool will work with the next steps. First, I gather all the inputs and rank them according to their greatest impact and priority. I then input them into the model, varying them wildly and monitoring the output. I then gather the results and look for extremes that need responses planned. From there, any risks that are identified are discussed and, if possible, eliminated. What remains goes into the strategic plan. Careful monitoring of the plan looks for triggers that could enact changes to the plan based on the strategic objectives of the company. Whether your company is large or small, an effective financial plan can be used to help grow your company. Our CFOs at the Florida CFO Group are here to help.